What's up, guys? My name is Alex, the co-founder of Lost Monkey, and today I'm giving you our second devlog of our video game Dead Mile. So today we're going to talk about the first rendition of our character, talk a little bit about character NPC dialogue, and also take a look at our gas station. So as you can see, it's a really simple character model, but kind of what we were going for here was giving it sort of a little bit of a mean, gritty look, but also a derpy, kind of funny look, kind of a mix of both. We kind of took a little bit of inspiration from the game Schedule One, if you know what that is. And as we were working on it, we did give it a bit of an ass. Just you need you need that to be able to survive. So that was important. Kind of funny. But yeah, kind of our vision going forward with the character is to really give a lot of customization options to the players. So we want people to be able to kind of have a bunch of different outfits. And in addition to that, we want to have body types and things like that to really let you make your character your own. So when you're playing with your friends, you might have a really big guy with a fedora and a hat t-shirt, and another guy might have a full camouflaged military outfit. We just want to give a lot of different options to the players to give the game a lot more flair and personality. So yeah, we're going to continue to work on this, make this a more detailed character model, work on the animations and the way it moves and the shaders and all that good stuff, as well as the texturing. But yeah, keep looking out for having a lot more us doing a lot more modeling and giving a lot more customization options to the characters. The only real problem we ran into is just not wanting to change the hitbox, because when you change the hitbox, it creates a lot of difficulties when you want the character to get in the car and things like that. So as long as we keep the same hitbox, we can pretty much have all the customization options we want. So yeah, now we're going to take a little look at the character dialogue and kind of how missions start. So this is kind of an earlier rendition of our gas station, but this is just an example of what it might look like for you to go up to somebody. So this is our hitchhiker character, and if you just press E, then there's a little bit of a dialogue option where he asks, hey, can you take me up to the old mill? And you have the option to say yes or no. And it's really what we want to go for is a grounded feel. We don't want it to feel too video gamey, like you're just going up to the character and extracting points. We want it to feel somewhat organic and real, like it's actually going to have an impact. So in this situation, basically, the hitchhiker asks you, hey, can you drive me up to the old mill? And the player's kind of faced with the option of, hey, do I drive up to the old mill with this guy? You're taking a risk. You don't know, is he going to stab you? Is he going to give you money? It's kind of a risk reward thing. So if you say no to him, he just carries on about his business, but you're foregoing the risk, but you're also foregoing the potential reward. So kind of a decision that you have to make as a player, what you want to do. So yeah, we're definitely going to make big improvements to the UI. This is kind of where you're talking to the store clerk, but there'll be options to be able to buy stuff from the store. And yeah, we want to improve the UI and have a lot more dialogue options and things like that. But that's kind of just one example of how a side mission could start, where you have to take this hitchhiker up to the old mill, and then something crazy happens. So it's going to create a lot of cool opportunities for players to really be able to experience different things and have crazy events happen and all that kind of stuff. So definitely working on more dialogue, having more testable missions, and having more. Yeah, but this is kind of our first milestone of dialogue. All right, now let's take a look at our gas station. So we actually got some textures and some cool, some more colors and actual, things going on here. So we had a lot of work done in Blender to get this all done. So really the vibe we're going for here, especially when it's at night, is kind of almost a little bit of a retro, glowy kind of vibe. So when players are driving up to the gas station, they see, a bright sign in the distance, and it's like, oh yes, we can finally pull off, get some gas, buy some some things that we might want to have. It's kind of like a beacon that appears when you need it. It's like, okay, we could fill up the car. We got a chance to recoup and recover before we move on to the next part of the mission. And we just want that bright glow to kind of contrast with the dark of the night. Well, when it's nighttime, and then it'll be more of a little bit more of a rustic look in the daytime. And yeah, so in addition to the gas station, we want to have things like the gun store where you can buy ammo and guns, and we also want to have just a general store where you can buy more general things, more like supplies and band-aids and things that might prove useful to the player as you move throughout the game. And this is going to be kind of an interesting playing, dynamic of the game. Is you're really going to have to manage your money and not spend too much. And there's going to be kind of items where it might not seem useful at the time, but then you look back and it's like, oh, I really wish I would have bought that. So a big part of the game is going to be that resource management aspect and making sure you know how much stuff you have and just really being prepared for the next situation and sort of taking risk reward ratios into account. So, yeah, the gas station is going to be there will be different looks for the gas station, but the gas station will kind of be a recurring place that you go where you can refuel and just get ready for the next mission, the next task at hand. So we want to have, different NPC types and different things going on here, but we want each gas station to feel lived in and each building to feel different. And we're going to be working really hard to have a lot more different building types and things like that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, each and every one of you. And if you have any comments or ideas for this game, then please drop them down below. And yeah, thank you so much. And I hope you're looking forward to the next devlog because there's going to be a lot of big things in the way coming up. And yeah, we're going to be making a lot of progress. So it's going to be exciting. Thank you so much.